Hi, my name is Dan and I'm the Director of Product Marketing here at Hoopla Digital. In this video we're going to show you how to browse and borrow content on the hoopladigital.com website. If you need help getting registered, just click the button on the screen to go back to the registration tutorial. From the main Hoopla page, you can do several things. You can browse for content, you can search for specific content, you can add something to your favorites list, meaning you want to save it to watch later, and then of course you can actually borrow the content and play it or read it. Now before we get started, I want to draw your attention to the number in the top left. This is the number of borrows that you have remaining for the calendar month. Your library chooses that number of how many you are allowed, but it always resets the first day of the month. So if your library does 10 per month, like mine does, then you'll get 10 more on the first day of the next month. Let's get started by browsing. First, let's start by choosing a format. I think I'm in the mood for music, so let's see what I can find. I think I'm in the mood for country, so if I click on categories and then click on the country category, we can take a peek at some of the content there. Let's look at this Zac Brown Band album. It does look good, but I don't think I want to get it right now. So if I want to save it for later, I just click the little heart to save it to my favorites list. Now as I scroll down, you'll see that it recommends some other artists. It's suggesting Alan Jackson is similar. So let's click on Alan Jackson. Alright, let's try this album. So I think this one looks good too, and so I'll save this one for later as well. Now let's try searching for a particular artist. Now that we've been looking at country music, I think maybe I'm in the mood for George Strait. So if I just click on search and start typing George and then ST, and what you see is it's making a suggestion down here. So it's predicting that I want George Strait. Indeed, that is what I want, so I can just click his name. So we have a lot of George Strait content here. I'm going to take a look at this Greatest Hits album. This looks great, so I think I'll just go ahead and borrow this. So I just click Borrow. And now that I've borrowed the content, I can play it right here and play the whole album on my computer. If I also have the Hoopla mobile app, this will also now show up on the app, so I can download it to my phone and play it in the car or on a plane. So let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of this album. Alright, I'm definitely going to come back to that later. Now let's circle back around to some of the albums I put in favorites. Let's just click on favorites, and there they are. And when I'm ready to borrow those, they'll be right there waiting for me, even if I want to wait till next month so I have some more borrows. Now let's take a look at ebooks. Let's browse and borrow an ebook as well. So the process is the same. You can click around and browse, or you can search for something in particular. Let's take a look at this Rick Riordan book. Now this looks good, but it tells me it's number 2 in the series. Let's click on the series name to see the others, because I should probably start with book number 1. So here's book number 1. Let's go ahead and borrow that. Now to see what I currently have borrowed, I can go to My Hoopla. My Hoopla will always show you your currently borrowed content, and you can play that content directly from this screen. And if you'd like to give your feedback on that content, you can click however many stars you'd like to award, and that'll help other users find great content as well. And remember, don't forget to download the Hoopla mobile app so you can take Hoopla content with you wherever you go.